We do want to turn now to the gridiron and the history-making duel set for next Sunday's Super Bowl. For the first time ever, the big game will be led by two black starting quarterbacks. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes. And joining us now with more on the significance of this moment is ESPN senior NFL writer and author of Rise of the Black Quarterback, What It Means for America. Jason Reed is here. Jason, good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's great to have you. So, you know, it was amazing. I was looking back at this, and it's been 35 years since the first black quarterback was in the Super Bowl. It's amazing to think that, it's not that long ago. So how significant is it to have two black quarterbacks facing off for the first time?
Well, anytime a barrier falls, anytime a hurdle is cleared, it is significant. And, to have two in this game for the first time, it had been such a long time in the league waiting for this to happen, waiting to get to this point where, there will be two superstar black quarterbacks leading these teams. So it's a moment in history. You stop talking about it after the barrier falls. Well, the barrier is now fallen.
It's interesting because you said two star quarterbacks because, only 25% of starting quarterbacks are black in a league where nearly 60% of all players are black. Tell us about the history behind those numbers and why you wrote the book, The Rise of the Black Quarterback.
Well, historically, black men who aspired to play quarterback in the NFL were the most marginalized group. And the reason I wrote the book is because now they're one of the most celebrated. They have the biggest contracts. They have massive endorsement deals. They're the faces of teams. And, when you look at the moment that we're in right now, so many of these guys, when they tried to come to the league to play quarterback, they got shifted to different positions, to wide receiver, to defensive back. So that's why we're where we're at with the numbers right in the league today.
Let's look ahead to the Super Bowl, right? Mahomes is one of only 3 black quarterbacks to ever get a Super Bowl ring. If he gets a second one, he'll be the first to have 2. Then we have Jalen Hurts. What are you expecting to see on the field?
I expect to see a great game. These guys are not just two of the best young quarterbacks or two of the best black quarterbacks. They're just two of the best quarterbacks. I expect to see the Chiefs do what they do with Mahomes, who's probably going to win his second MVP award this year. Hurts is going to finish high in the voting. I expect to see just a fabulous game with these two leading these teams.
And these two guys are literally changing the game. Right? Like teams, like defenses are changing their schemes to adapt to this style of play.
Absolutely, because, not only are they great quarterbacks in terms of the traditional things with passing, these guys also have the ability to do things with their legs. And, they're not all the same. Patrick Mahomes is more of a classic drop back guy. Jalen Hurts, he's proven that he can pass the ball, but he can also run it as well. So these defenses have to account for this and they have to adjust.
I have a question, Jason, I want to ask you. I haven't heard from our producers how much time we have, but I think it's interesting because when you talk about Patrick Mahomes, he is obviously biracial. Why, when we talk about someone like Patrick Mahomes, are we still saying black history? I'm just wondering because I'm sure there are people at home wondering that question.
Yeah, and I've gotten a lot of this on Twitter. First of all, Patrick Mahomes identifies as being a black quarterback. Yeah. His father is black. He was a pitcher in Major League Baseball for many years. And his mom is white. And I love what he says about it. Like, he is a black quarterback, but his mom is white, and he also identifies with that part of his heritage as well. But, traditionally in America, there was that one-drop rule. Mm-hmm. If anybody had one drop of black blood, the people who made the rules said, well, you're black. Right. So that's why we still look at it this way. But I think it's important to note Patrick Mahomes does identify as being a black quarterback.
There's so much history to this, and the game is going to be amazing to watch. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.